to London. Standing by with...
Coach, thank you. 1,000 miles away from where you're seated. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens,
Ready, 50, plant. You.
They'll run on first down. It's Watson, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cool.
On second down now, it's Watson. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Let's go. 15, line it. 15 line. Stay with your man. Clear.
Go. On third down, Watson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got? Give me something.
Now they'll run on the draw. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Down. 8 reads. I'm coming out for you. I'm coming out for you. Go. And ready. Ready.
On second down, it's Watson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Five.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down now, it's Watson. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense as they get their first shot. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Carter now throwing to start the drive. He's got Thompson here, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Tight end right.
Now Ward. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw is Carter. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
On 1st down, King. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
70, Indy.
On 2nd down, it's King. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Carter. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now, it's King. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw on 3rd down, Carter. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Ready? Squeeze. He's down. Here we go. Spot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Come on, set. 8, read. No getting on this defense, no getting. Snap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the ground with Ward. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Set. 10 logo.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ward. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? 70, Indy. Go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after here coming up. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get march off another 15 against your squad.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Set up, 18 Gators.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Two.
Now Carter, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Carter, he can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. I got you, son. Check 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Take you, Gator.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carter operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Got it. Mike 40.
They'll run on 1st down. King. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Back to throw. Carter. And he whips that one incomplete there. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Carter going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's King. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Powers through him. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Watson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Watson. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
15, line it. 15 line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, it's Watson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ward. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Carter on the move to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And the ball is knocked out. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carter from the gun, he'll throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
They run it with Ward. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On first down, King. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Carter now off the play fake. Oh, he got position on him, and in. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
One of the feature points of the end route, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get, but he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Switch it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You got him.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready? Put up. 90 Wolf.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Ward, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw. Carter. Over the middle, complete. That's Thompson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Carter. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They come out here in the I. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Carter. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point attempt to follow here. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Go now. 8, read.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Set, ready, 10-2 stop.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Go.
2nd and 11. Throwing right, and that's complete. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Watson, and they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check. 42's the mark. Check. 42's the mark. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
I got Texas Tech 4.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
36.
Back to throw is Carter. From the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man. It's Austin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. On 1st down, King. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Easy, fourth down, easy now.
On second down, it's Ward, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw. Carter. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Down. 70, Indy.
They'll run on first down. It's King. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15,
On second down now, it's Ward. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's King, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Carter. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Set, ready? 8, read. We own it. We own it. Start.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's back. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Young. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a catch made by Johnson. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Stepping up. Touchdown, Ravens. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
Now Carter on 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carter operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again on the ground. Again, it's Ward. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Carter from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down. Ward. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Carter now to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Carter. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert three, alert three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
On the ready.
42. I'm trying to collect. Check.
On 1st down, Young. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Young. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say cheerio from London.